Hi Thinksters! In this video we want to continue with the built-in functions, and this time it's all about the all built-in function. So let's have a look at the documentation. What does it say? So the all built-in function expects as a parameter an iterable, such as a list, for example, or a string, anything you can iterate over. And here is a reference and implementation of the function. So it will loop over the iterable element by element. And if the element is false in this case, it will stop. So what does that mean? It's false, not element. For example, if you have Boolean values, if you have a false value, then not false will be true, and here we stop because we have one false in the list of Boolean values, so not all values are true, and it will return false. Or it could be an iterable, a list of lists. And if we have an empty list, this would also be true here. Not empty list will be true because the Boolean value of an empty list is false. Or the empty string will also interpret it as false in this case here. If you put it in an if statement, Python will take the Boolean value of the empty string, and the Boolean value of an empty string is false. Let's have a look at the code. First of all, I want to show you here what I just told you. We take a string and it's not empty, so the value is true. If we take the empty string, the return value, the Boolean value here of the empty string is false. So the built-in function all, it checks if all the values in the given iterable are true. So if we take B's, Booleans, obviously the result is false because we have only one true. So if we change this and we only have true here, the output is true because all are true. Okay, then the list, the output is also true because we only have numbers here greater than 0. That means they are Boolean values, also true. If we add a 0 here, what will be the output? False, because the 0 converted to bool is false. So all sees true, 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 and false. So the return value will be false. And be careful, -1, it's also true. Just only the 0 has the Boolean value false. Okay, we already saw the example with the string, and if we take the data structures here, so a list of empty list, empty dictionary, empty tuple, this will be false because all the three of them are seen as false when converted to bool. If we add an element to each one, a set, okay. So now we get true. So here, list, set, tuple. If we add an empty dictionary, it's false again. So that's how all works. And just to cover the next method also, because it's very similar, any. This will check if there's at least one that becomes true if converted to Boolean. So only if we put empty data structures in the list only, then we get false. Or let's check S. Of course, here's no empty string in this string. Yeah, it would only work with an empty string, then it becomes false. And here we had put the 0 here. Now let's see list. It's still true. When we use all, this will become false. But with any, of course, we have here many integers which will be whose Boolean value is true. Only the 0 has a Boolean value of false. So any of list is true because there are many true values here. And any of the Booleans is also true, and if we put a false here, it's also true. With all, it's different, of course, because not all are true. So that's how all and any work. They are kind of complementary. You need both of them. They work together. So all checks if all the values in the iterable, their Boolean value, if they are not Booleans already, is true. And any checks if at least one will become true if seen as Boolean. Okay, if you have questions, leave a comment, leave a thumb up, and in the next video we will go on with the built-in functions.